The Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check safety. Zebra.
To throw again, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Alert. Go. Check 99. Good job right there.
On the carry, this is Scott. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 50. Gun.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
You got tight right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Seems me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. This is taken at the 15. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
56. Check 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Just keeping the play alive. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson dancing to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Wilson escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Boston Scott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 9 now. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
They go again with Scott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, it's Scott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Come on, QB, come on. Alert flare, alert flare.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Penny, a first down carry. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Alert, 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 alert. Give me some, give me some. Here we go, here we go. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
On second down, it's Scott, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 13, check 13.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
On second down now, it's Scott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
280.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Petty. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Boston Scott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Ready, ready.
Mike, 49.
Hey, Haywood.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Watch the slant.
Come out.
49 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Shoot.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
I'm coming.
Ready, ready.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
49 to Mike. Watch.
Hey, Charlie.
He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Buying time to his left. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Yes.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You can't block me. 49, guys. Mike.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
49.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey, exit. Now.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
0-0.
Wilson wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going.